Hey everybody, it's your girl Suzette Viranon, your life coach and relationship solutionist. And I just decided to jump on here after reading some comments from some friends of mine. We're all part of a group, and one of the people in the group posted something recently about how she found her significant other on Tinder. And so the conversation continued, and I was like, well, I found mine on Plenty of Fish. And they were like, girl, you are the GOAT. You're the greatest of all time because it's crazy. POF is crazy. And so I was thinking about it and I said, well, let me talk more about it because I talk about how I met my husband online, but usually I talk about it more when I'm doing a seminar or maybe in a course that I'm offering, but I hadn't really done a lot of talking about it. So in this age of dating sites and where a lot more people are online, this seemed like the right time to talk about it. Well, when I've always been a person that has really loved the idea of online dating because my feeling was one, I like to work online. I mean, I love online, the online space. I love that. But there was the whole premise of being able to meet somebody new. You know, the whole idea of, oh my, I'm not just, I'm not just having to, I'm not just confined, that's what I want to say, to where I am currently, but I mean, it opens me up to a bigger pool of potential men with different experiences and all that. So that was my thing. So I was just like, okay, I'm kind of digging this whole idea of putting the profile together and all this kind of thing. So I was really, really digging it. Well, I happened to try some others. And if you found your significant other on these others, that's great, that's fine. It didn't work for me. I went on Perfect Harmony. I went on Black People Meet. I think I went on Christian Singles, but the Black People, no, I'm sorry, Perfect Harmony was a funny story because the whole premise of Perfect Harmony back in the day was that, you know, you were taking these tests and they would match you for compatibility and all this wonderful things. So I'm like, oh, great. I'll find someone compatible. This increases my likelihood of finding my Mr. Right. Right? Wrong. What ended up happening was I finally got this notification from them. We have found your perfect, your perfect match. And I was so excited. We talked a little bit online and that kind of thing. Seemed like a nice guy. So we decided we were going to meet at a restaurant in the area and really get a chance to talk to each other. Well, I went to the restaurant. He didn't show up. So I came back home and I was like, okay, you didn't show. What happened? What happened? I was there waiting for you. To get the days confused? La-di-dee, la-di-da. And he typed back to me, Suzette, I want to be honest with you. And of course I typed back, okay, sure. He said, I couldn't get transportation to get there. I couldn't get anybody to bring me there because I just got out of jail about a week or so ago and I'm still trying to find my way. Bling, bling. And of course, I typed back, well, I have to be honest as well. I'm looking for someone who already is established, not someone who is trying to rebuild their lives. And so the running joke when I told my girlfriends about it was that, okay, Susan, your perfect match was a jailbird. They thought it was funny. I didn't. So perfect harmony did not work for me. And so when I went on Plenty of Fish, it was free and some people were saying, well, Susan, you're not going to find anybody serious on Plenty of Fish because it's free. And you want somebody who's willing to invest, you know. But I went against what they said and I decided I'm going to try it anyway. And of course, I got a lot of winks and a lot of nods and a lot of hays and a lot of whatevers. some pictures that I don't even want to talk about of folk that you were just like, oh, you just need to go somewhere, put your teeth in a cup, and get off this site. I was like, Grandpa, not the one. So anyway, so I met some nice people. As a matter of fact, my boyfriend, before I met my husband, I met on Plenty of Fish, and we dated for 9 months. And then I met my husband. Of course, the rest is history. So I ended up finding a great man on Plenty of Fish. Now, what I do have to tell you about these sites, I haven't tried Tinder. I'm a little older, so I was already, I'm in a whole different group. So I didn't get the privilege of Tinder, swiping right and left and all that, even though had I not found my forever love, I sure would have done it because I find it fascinating. Sure, I would have kept safety first, but I still would have tried it. But one thing I've learned about dating sites is there's nothing wrong with the dating sites. Just like there's nothing wrong with dating in general. It's just that you have to be sure of exactly what you want and you go in clear about it so that you're not wasting a lot of time, talking to folk that aren't about nothing. So yeah, I guess I'm the GOAT. It was so funny. I was like, I did not know I was the GOAT. But yes, I found my forever love, who is now my husband, on Plenty of Fish. I don't know what it's like now, but then it ended up being the place where I met him. And what I loved about his profile was it did not have the laundry list of, I don't want a woman with drama. It didn't have this laundry list because, men can have a list too. People don't talk about that. But men can have their list too. And I don't want a woman that's this. I don't want a woman that's got drama. I don't want a woman that has children. I don't want a woman. We've seen them. We have seen them. But what made his profile different was it was not negative. One of the things I had put on my profile was I wanted somebody who liked to go places and do things. Because you have to remember, I was in my late 40s, mid to late 40s, when I was in the dating world. So I was meeting people, but I was meeting folk that wanted to just sit around and surf on the internet. Surf the television, or they were on 50,000 medications. And I was a kind of an active person. I like to go walking. I like to do all these other wonderful things. So I knew I wanted someone who was active, right? I did not want somebody who said, oh, Lord, my gout. Oh, Lord, my this. Oh, Lord, my high blood pressure. Oh, Lord, I got bad feet, so I can't walk but five steps and I have to sit down. I didn't want that. I wanted somebody that, I didn't want a young man, but I wanted someone that was active. And so, even though my husband calls me a cougar because I think 3 years older or something like that, he still was in that era where we liked the same music. I could talk about certain artists and we could have a serious debate about who's the greatest band of all times, So we had a lot of things in common. So I enjoyed that his profile was uplifting. It was upbeat. He was such a gentleman, even online. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to pop on and just share some things because now I can add to my resume, greatest of all time, because I found somebody absolutely slap myself wonderful on Plenty of Fish. So I had to share that. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.